It's time to retire now. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 reasons on why you should retire right now. Hey, my name's Emlen Miles-Mattingly, founder and president of Gen Next Wealth, a fee-only retirement planning firm helping people 55 and older prepare for and enjoy their retirement. So with that being said, the 3 things that we're going to talk about today is why you should retire now. The number 1 reason is time. When I say time, we all know that time is finite. It means we don't have forever to do all of the things that we want to do. And the sooner that we can get to those things, the better. And the more likely that we are going to be able to accomplish those things. So when we talk about time, we think about this. Okay, let's think about this. Let's just paint the picture. You've been working for some time now, right? And you've done this job for a long time, or for however long you've been working. And during this time, you've had your ups, you've had your downs, you had your ins, you've had your outs. But we all know that as we get older, we have less time here on this earth. And if you're approaching 60, let's just be honest, right? If life expectancy, let's say 90, that means you've lived 2/3 of your life. And those 2/3 of your life, you had, from 0 to 18, where you were just figuring things out. And from 18 until 60, you've probably been working. If you want to retire a little earlier, then maybe 18 to 55, right? And so, what are you going to do with the last half of your life? Is it really worth spending all of that time at work stressing about what has to be done and things that aren't complete, and waking up every Monday and going back to the same thing? Now, some of you really love what you do, and that's fine. I think if you love what you do, that's great. You still need to retire because there's some other things that are more important than work. Right? There's other things in your life that are more important than work. So when we're thinking about this, and we're thinking about the time that we have left, right? We know that we have limited time. And when you start to look at the places that you spent your time, right? Some of the most enjoyable experiences you've had on this earth probably weren't at work. So what I'm saying is take your time and spend it in the appropriate place. Because I believe this: time is the largest asset that you have. It's not the investment account. It's not your house. It's not your ability to work. Your largest asset is time. And as we continue to work, we shorten that asset, right? You are in control of this asset. You may not have complete control over the investments you have. You may not have complete control over, other activities that you have in your life. And one big thing that you may not have control over is your health. But what you can control is your time. What are you doing with it? The next thing is family. This is the reason why we have went to work and sacrificed and did all the things that we did so that we could take care of our family, in most cases at least. And how does your family spell love? Time. Just let it hit you for a little while. It's not love, it's time, because where you spend your time is what you love doing. And if family is what you love, then you should be encouraged to stop working, to spend that time with your family. If you knew, for without a shadow of a doubt, one of the things that we do with our clients here is we ask them 3 life planning questions. And one of the life planning questions is, if you knew you only had 5 to 10 years left to live, what would you do with your time? And during this answer, after I ask this question, I hear all kinds of stuff. I hear I would spend more time with my family. I would do more of the things that I love to do. I would spend more time learning my hobbies. I would spend more time with my grandchildren. I would take a family vacation. And these are the types of things that I hear from my clients when they say that it's time to retire. It's all of this family time that they want to spend. So if it's really truly about spending that time with your family, then what are we doing to free up that space so that our family can move in and take the time that we've been devoting to something else? Now, I'm not here to shame anybody or guilt anybody for working as hard as you did. If you've worked as hard as you've worked and you've been able to get to the place where you're actually considering retirement, good job for you. Kudos. I really commend you on that. Now what? Now, what are we going to do with the time that we have left for our family? And I think that when you think about this and you're ready to make that trip, or you're ready to make that transition, if you will, from working every day to taking some time and really working on yourself. When you think about this, if family is important to you in your retirement planning, if family is something that you want to spend more time with, then you have to be intentional about it. One of the things that we did with one of my clients is he came to me and we were talking about a few things. And one of the things he said is that he wanted to take a family trip. Well, what gets scheduled gets done, right? You know this from work. If you schedule something, then you're more likely to do it. Schedule that family vacation before your last day of work so you have something to look forward to. The next one is health. Number three. Now we understand this. People are living now longer than they've ever lived before. People know, we all know that the average life expectancy has gone up in recent times. But that doesn't mean that we are all going to live this healthy life. One of the things that can come in that can rob you of the time that you want to spend with your family. Remember, number one is time. Number two is family. The thing that can rob you from both of those is your health. And if you are in a place where you are not as healthy as you want to be, maybe you have some health concerns. It's high blood pressure. It could be whatever it is. In my family, that's what it typically is. But what are you doing about your health, right? If going to work is increasing your stress, well, we know stress is directly related to higher blood pressure. We know stress is directly related to a lot of other physical ailments that happen because, oh, wow, I'm doing this in the backyard. That was scary. There's a bird just flew right next to me. So anyhow, love recording outside. But we know that with health, it can deteriorate, and it can deteriorate very fast, rapidly. When I think about my family and my grandparents who have both passed away, it's something that I don't think that we ever are quite prepared for our health to deteriorate, even as we're planning. Like I have clients that we're planning for, that were retired, that are approaching their 70s, that are approaching 75, and the travels that they used to do, they don't do as much. The things that they used to, the outdoor events or outdoor activities that they used to do, they don't do as much as they used to. And this is just being real. Like we're going to get older and we're not going to be able to do the things. You don't want to spend your best years working, taking care of someone else's company. Even if it's your own company, you don't even want to spend that time doing that. Get to the things that are important. Get to the people that are important. And you're one of those important people. If you need to get better health routines, better things and set for yourself, then take the time to do that. And I have a bonus one for you. If you've made it this far, you know that we always ask you to like and subscribe. Also ask you to share this video. If you have listened this far, understand this. Number one, you need to take time for the people that you love. Take time because that is our most valuable asset, and that's the one you can control. Number two, family is super important, right? If family is waiting for you to quit doing what you've been doing for all these years, so that you can have more time to spend with them. Maybe you didn't get to spend that time with your kids. Now you can spend it with your grandchildren. That happens a lot. Health. Understand this. Things can change like that for your health. And if we are not conscious about how we're living our life, healthy, active lives, something can come and rob you of the time and the family that you wanted to spend with. And the last thing, this is the bonus for you. Your job doesn't need you. I know we think we're super important. Your job doesn't need you. They will replace you immediately. Okay. Someone will come in and do what you've done and take care of all of the stuff that you've been doing. I know it sounds, it's kind of tough, but there's other things that are more important than work. Your job doesn't need you. If you are having trouble making this decision on what you want to do in your retirement or how soon you should start, please come visit us, gennexwealth.com. We can set up an appointment. We can talk to you about your specific situation and make the decision easier for you to make. Till next time.